Hello friends, welcome to PCMB tutorial. This is your maths class. Before I starting this video, I would like to request you please subscribe our channel and share it among your friends. So let's start our today's topic. So our today's topic is number system. Number system is one of the most important and fundamental topic in maths. I have divided the topic in 4 subtopics. At first, I will tell you about the basic structure of number system. In this context, I will talk about the classification of numbers. After that, I will tell you what are rational number and irrational number and what is the basic difference between them. And then I will show you how it represents the number in number line. At the end of our journey, I will discuss some miscellaneous concepts regarding this topic. Let's start with the basic structure of number system. I told you that in this context I discussed the classification of numbers. At first I divided the number system in two parts. One is real number which we are using till now and the other part is imaginary number. This is a special type of number which you are learned in the higher classes, but I also give you a brief introduction about it. So, what are imaginary numbers? I will discuss this with an example for better understanding. At first, I take a number 4. 4 is a square number because the square root value of the 4 is 2, an integer value. In this expression, we notice one thing, that the number in the square root is always positive. That why the square numbers are always positive number. So we have no problem till now. If we have a number minus 4 and try to find out the square root of minus 4, then we have a problem, that how we find out the square root of a negative number. So here imaginary number came into the picture. In this case, at first we write minus 4 as minus 1 into 4, and then we break the square root as root over minus 1 into 4, and then we find out the square root of 4 easily, that is 2. But how we solve the root over minus 1? In this case, we can use the concept of imaginary number. We use a new symbol I. I stands for iota. I is the imaginary number. The value of I is root over minus 1. So in our problem, we replace root over minus 1 to I. So we get our answer, that is I2, or you can write it as 2I. Both are same. Now if we do the square of I, we get minus 1. So we saw that I is a number which square value is minus 1 or a negative number. But in our real situation, we don't have this type of situation. So I is called imaginary number. And you have to remember that any real number multiplied or divided with I, we also get imaginary number. So that 2I is also an imaginary number. If we add or subtract a real number to an imaginary number, we get complex number. Like this, 2 plus 3i. In this case, 2 is the real part and 3i is the imaginary part of the complex number. So, complex number is the combination of both real and imaginary number. If the real part of the complex number is 0, then it is called pure imaginary number. So, 2i is a pure imaginary number because the real part of the complex number is 0. So that 2i is a pure imaginary number. I think this is enough for this topic. So let's come back to our main context. After that, I divided the real number into two parts. One is rational number and the other part is irrational number. If we express a number like p by q format where q not equals to 0 is called rational number, like 3 by 5 and 5 also, because we also express 5 as 5 by 1 and also 1.5, etc. If we cannot express a number like this format, so this type of numbers are called irrational number, like root 2, root over 3 and also pi, etc. I will discuss the rational number and irrational number in our upcoming videos. After that, I have divided the rational number into two parts. One is integer and the other part is fractional number. We all know about this. And after that, I also divided the integer into three parts. Number one is positive integers, then 0, and the last part is negative integers. If we combine 0 and the positive integers, we get whole numbers. So whole numbers are starting from 0 and the positive integers are starting from 1. Please note this. And the positive integers are known as natural numbers. So at the end of our topic, we have a number 3. So how we define 3? At first, 3 is a real number, then 3 is a rational number, and 3 is a positive integer, and also 3 is a whole number. After that, 3 has some special characteristics, like 3 is a odd number because it is not divisible by 2, and also 3 is a prime number because it's divisible by 1 or itself. Like 3, we also take a number 4. So 4 is a real number and it is a rational number, and 4 is a positive integer and also it is a whole number. Like 3, 4 has some special characteristics. 4 is a even number and 4 is a composite number, and also 4 is a square number. So here is a little exercise for you. You can choose some number in your own choice and also define the numbers like this. Before I end this video, I give you some special points. Please note this. So that's all for this video. In the upcoming videos, I will teach you about the rational number and irrational number. Thank you very much.